Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. In your top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. A 67-year-old man faces life in prison without the possibility of parole for last year's fatal shooting of a Nevada Highway Patrol sergeant. Review-Journal's Renee Summerhour has more. Renee?
Jen, the shooting occurred in March 2020. Sergeant Ben Jenkins pulled over on U.S. Highway 93 to check on a stranded motorist. After gunfire, according to authorities, defendant John DeBritz stripped the sergeant of his uniform and weapons, set his truck on fire before fleeing in Jenkins's patrol car, prompting an hours-long manhunt. In July, DeBritz pleaded guilty but mentally ill to killing Sergeant Jenkins. DeBritz is diagnosed with type 1 bipolar disorder. In exchange, White Pine County prosecutors agreed to pull capital punishment off the table. The deal also eliminated the need for a trial.
We heard today from Jody Jenkins, who is the wife of Sergeant Jenkins, and she said, for her family, for her children, her grandchildren, this was the right decision for them.
In his honor, the Highway Patrol retired his patrol number during a memorial service last summer in Elko, the community he served for more than 21 years. Jen?
Thanks, Renee. And a judge adds prison time for the man who spent 27 years as a fugitive in Mexico. Samuel Gallardo was originally sentenced to 20 years for killing Gary Selby Jr. during a drunk driving crash in 1992. He escaped custody in 1994. On Monday, the judge added 3 to 7.5 more years for that escape. The victim's family says they forgive him. And check out these hazy skies here in Vegas. It's because of the ongoing wildfires in California and the smoke shifting over to the Las Vegas Valley. Due to the air quality, those sensitive to pollution are advised to limit their outdoor exposure. According to the National Weather Service, the smoke should clear up by Wednesday. In your forecast, sponsored by 1 Hour Air, no matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour's here for you. For the first time in a while, we're dipping down to a cool 64 degrees overnight with some clouds rolling through. Tomorrow, another cloudy day with a high of 82 and low of 59 degrees. The clouds should clear out by late afternoon and highs should stay in the 80s with sunny skies for the rest of your work week until the clouds and warmer weather return for the weekend. In business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. MGM is one step closer to opening its $10 billion resort in Japan. MGM with financial services company Orix is set to be Osaka's resort partner. The resort would be located on Osaka's artificial island of Umeshima with 2,500 guest rooms, large theater, conference, and exhibition space. Plus, the multi-billion-dollar sale of the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas we told you about last night marks the latest string of hotel deals on the Strip.
There really has just been a number of, several of these multi-billion-dollar sale-leaseback deals. The Cosmo deal is structured a little bit differently, obviously, but it's kind of in the same vein of, having a mega resort on the Strip operated by one company, but having the real estate owned by another set of investors.
The $5.65 billion deal is expected to close next year. In entertainment, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada. The daughter of one of Las Vegas's royal families gets married with star-studded performances. Review-Journal's John Katsamidas has more on the glitz and glamour.
Sam Smith, Luke Bryan, and Post Malone might not seem like typical wedding singers, but they were on that duty on Saturday at Red Rock Resorts Convention Center for the nuptials of Victoria Fertitta and Daniel Crowe of Las Vegas. Victoria is the youngest daughter of Frank Fertitta III, whose Station Casinos owns Red Rock. That's why we had security that some folks compared to the White House and tons of white roses.
Now to your sports, sponsored by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app and get a bonus up to $500 when you sign up. 3 Golden Knights players suffered injuries during the team's NHL preseason opener Sunday. Team captain Mark Stone practiced Tuesday, while defenseman Braden McNabb and Shea Theodore did not. Head coach Pete DeBoer said that Stone was fine Tuesday after he was hit in the face with a puck in the first period of Sunday's game. He also said that Theodore was considered day-to-day with his injury, and McNabb appeared to only have muscle spasms. Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Los Angeles Rams are now the new favorite to win the Super Bowl at some Las Vegas sportsbooks after Sunday's victory over defending Super Bowl champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Rams are plus 450 to win the title at station casinos, ahead of Tampa Bay at 5-1 and Kansas City at plus 550. Those three teams are 6-1 co-favorites at the Westgate Super Bowl. Tampa Bay remains the 6-1 favorite at Circa Sports, followed by Kansas City at 7-1 and the Rams and the Buffalo Bills at 8-1.
In lifestyle news, Terrible Herbst is looking to not just operate gas stations, but also a 16,000 square foot supper club. Inside its parking garage across from Allegiant Stadium, the supper club would include a main dining room and bar. Plans submitted to Clark County say the use will provide an additional amenity for patrons before and after events at the stadium. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice, but apparently the Buffalo Grand slot machine does. Meet Bruce from San Diego, who won more than $600,000. The second major Buffalo Grand jackpot at a Boyd property in less than a month. In health, sponsored by 4M Dental. Love your smile again. Clark County sees a decline in COVID cases, with a 2-week moving average of 383 per day, down from 406 on Monday. The positivity rate translates to 8.75% according to CDC's system. However, to exit Governor Sisolak's mask mandate, Clark County must record back-to-back weeks of 8% or lower. On the COVID vaccine front, Clark County has reached a new milestone, with more than 70% of the eligible population, those 12 and older, receiving at least one dose. Around 55% are fully vaccinated. Carson City has Nevada's highest vaccination rate and Story County the lowest. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you have Amazon Fire TV, just search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here for more 7 at 7 tomorrow. Take care.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.